first thing I like to do is start off kind of slow and soft in case there's something closer by. So I plan on doing a little rattling sequence, but first I want to make sure that there's not something close enough to just hear the grunt call. So those growls, those longer tones, that's an aggressive tone. So since I'm going to do a little rattling, I get a little aggressive with the grunts instead of just the normal, slow, short grunt. And I'll generally listen, give it a minute or two, make sure nothing's coming into just the grunt before I start doing a lot more movement and making a lot more noise. So, spoiler alert, I grunted a little bit before I started this video, so I'm comfortable with knowing that there's not something close enough right now that's interested in that grunt gonna come in. Now, there's a million different things you can use to rattle. You can use real antlers. They have pucks, they have little fake antlers. You could tie sheds to a rope and have them on the ground and bounce them up and down. I think just about all of them are going to work, but for me, what I like is a little rattling bag. This one's made by Night and Hill. It's small, it's compact, it fits in my back or pocket without any major issue. So, one debate I always had with myself when I was rattling is how long should I rattle? And my trail cameras actually kind of answered that question for me one night. A couple years ago, I had a bachelor group of 3 bucks get in front of my trail camera, and they started fighting. And they fought all night long, literally for hours. These 3 bucks fought in front of my camera. They would all just take turns and keep going at it. So, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. There is no too long. I like to try to do it long enough that if a deer is further away, it can hear it and then realize what sound it is hearing. Or if it's coming a little bit closer, it can continue to hear what's going on. So that's what I do. This time of year, we're not full-blown rut. We're starting to get into that pre-rut phase. So I'm not going to go crazy and just make it sound like there's an all-out war going on here. I'm just going to make it sound like there's a decent little spar going on. exactly where sounds are coming from. And you can do it every 20 minutes, half hour, if you want. I tend to do it a little less frequently than that. I've called quite a few deer in over the years. So, the main component to that is that there is a deer within sound range of that rattle or that grunt. Obviously. So, that can change from minute to minute. But I got some good bedding back behind me here, so probably later on in the morning I'll do it again just to see if something came in and bed it up back behind me and see if I can pique their curiosity. But yeah, that's it. That's my little calling tutorial. I will throw in bleats and things like that, but I tend to wait until the rut picks up a little bit better. Like I said, this is the pre-rut phase right now. So you can pique some curiosity, but they're not going to be heavy into the chase or super aggressive with each other just yet. So hopefully that helps answer some questions for you. Until next time, shoot straight.